Namaste, my friends. My name is Pavel Kalagin. I am a yoga teacher by the system or the way or tradition of Sivananda. Pretty known yogi in the whole world. So I'm a student of the student of his student. Yeah, I think you understood it. Yeah. I study about 38 years, 39, something like that, since childhood, and then I teach about 30 years already. So I'm not talking about ego, like I am great or something. I'm not talking about that. Just the facts. I'm initiated in tradition, and I lived in ashrams. I have teachers. I had teachers, and I have teacher right now. So I don't like to judge, to criticize, to talk a lot, honestly. So to argue, especially. I don't look at the screen too much because my vision is not so bad, and my vision is bad actually. So I have a problem with the retina. But yoga helps me a lot. Like I have a video, I recommend you that yoga for eyes. It's some exercise, some massage, and you'll see it. So anyway, I'm doing this little introduction, a few words about me, because I don't know who, when, and where will see me. I'm here in my little ashram in New York, in Brooklyn, New York, in Brooklyn actually. So that's June 2021 for the history. And I'm on my YouTube channel, so welcome. It's plenty of videos in here about philosophy, about yoga, about vedanta, about practices, meditation, health, and many others. So, and it's not commercial; it's free. So you just can come and visit. And I'm doing it from heart to heart, just to do better for people from my experience. I'm just sharing my experience, basically. I don't like to force to push you to do some brainwashing. I like freedom, so that's about it. I have a few more platforms in English. In Russian I have much more. Actually, I came from Russia about 35 years ago or something. So, but I can speak English, but sometimes it's hard to find the right word for the some philosophical terminology, or because it's a Vedic channel about Vedic culture, and it's not easy even for anyone, even for who knows English well. So it's a lot of Sanskrit slang, and it's hard. So I teach yoga right here, right now, so basically private lessons, so much more, it's more quality. But I do some recommendations in Instagram, in Facebook, in Russian and English, whatever. So you can write me any question, and I'll try to answer it. So put comments, besides this channel I have site. You're gonna see it below. It's in Russian, but it has special program for 162 languages, I think. So and it's translated pretty good. This program, many huge corporations even use it. So it's a good one. So on site you can, it's a big site like encyclopedia of yoga. You're gonna like it, I think, and Vedanta. So welcome. Also not commercial. You can read my book over there and take it. So it's for free. with any system like over there, in Russian and in English language also, of course. It calls Essence on the Altar of Love. It's my main book, so I'm publishing the books, I'd say. The books including, it's like some poetry, but mostly it's phrases, small, like Vedic way, yoga way, philosophy phrases, spiritual phrases, you could say. And I have 10,000 of them or something. So so the book, you're gonna see it on site, read it, so it's plenty of them. And also I put on Instagram and Facebook, visit me like once a day for now, at least for today. These days I put 1 or 2 sutras, I mean phrases, every day. Do comments, I will really appreciate it. So it's a really free video, like I know the topic I'm gonna speak about, but I don't really prepare myself too much for it, because I like the natural way, you know, like the way it goes, like by stars, you could say. Yeah. I'd like to be natural, so as much as possible. That's my style. I don't have papers with me, like I don't read, like I'm not a professor, so I'm a practitioner more. So, but I have nothing against professor, of course, so it's great also. So what I do through the videos, I share the basics from my own experience, mostly, not from books, mostly from my mom, from my teachers, gave it to me, like, and of course from my students' experience, so life experience. So it's really life, like I'm doing right now. So I'm not gonna cut anything, so it's gonna be just like that. My old videos, like I didn't cut them, I didn't do anything, so it just goes. Even if I don't like some parts, like I don't do like something with that. I like the way it is. Yeah, like in nature, you know, it's nothing like perfect. Everything on balance, but it's different story. So sorry about that. Sometimes I can stop a little. I'm a meditative person, and about language I can sometimes I'm looking for the right word, so sometimes it's taking the time. And today people like everything fast, you know, like everything running fast, too much information, and so yeah. But anyway, I have to say about me a few minutes, and I'm tuning myself, like, and I'm sharing my energy with you. So it's the video already started, even if I didn't say the topic. Yeah. So visit my platforms. I'll be glad to you. And so my spiritual name is Shankara. I'm initiated in tradition, like I said, by mantra. What else? This is it, I think. The topic is today, it's a philosophy video I'm doing right now, like, but Vedic philosophy about Vedanta and yoga. But I'm doing part by parts, and the style of this video, it's kind of, I do directions. Like I don't say too much, but I give directions some, and people then, if they want, they can study it much more deeper, because it's supposed to be done, especially with deep philosophy, not through video. It should be done with energy, with life, with the guru, with true guru, with real master. So I wish you to find one, because it's really hard to read holy books without teachers. It's almost impossible to understand. It's so many in between words, you know, like it's so deep, it's so mystical. Yeah, that's why I'm explaining basic ones, and then like to ground you, and then when you ground it, you know something like some necessary things about it, about something. What is it? You can do your improvisation. You know, you can read books, you can find a teacher, you can look on the internet. So I'm not the person who's gonna speak about like 40 videos about karma, let's say. So it's more like we do lessons in here, like kind of. So today it's going to be the lesson about because philosophy of Vedanta and Vedic culture is huge. I'm taking few moments, few topics, few elements from it, and doing one video about them. So most of they connected to each other, not videos, they're topics. So today I want to speak about, I have already about karma, about reincarnation, about many others. So today I want to speak about three things they connected to each other. That's Maya. It's like great illusion. It says in like we're saying it in Vedanta. I'll explain it to you. What is it? It's about Lila. It's a play of God, like God's creation. Why He did it, like that, or not other way. You know, like His little, like everything going on, like with His creation. It's His play. Let's put it that way. We call it play because it's very hard to use another word for that, another terminology for that, because He's beyond everything, beyond any conception actually. Yeah, and another one, it's about enlightenment. I was speaking about enlightenment already in a video when I'm explaining about meditation and samadhi or samadhi. Yeah, but today it's just connected to those two, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them. So Lila, it's a conception of the God's law. That's actually everything is happening. Everything. That's Lila. Karma, including the whole galaxies, like planets, laws, our human lives, and not only human, like all dimensions, like all pretty much another being's life who lives in another planets, about animals, about everything's happening. So that's his Lila, it calls Lila. And actually it's nothing much to speak about it, because nobody knows before enlightenment why he's doing that way or not another way, why he's created that way but not another way. That's the most important thing I wanted to say about Lila. So don't try to understand it too much logically with your mind. It's better to find it with the meditation, with deep meditation, by your heart, especially when you reach samadhi, like when you're above your mind already. So by mind, it's nobody can tell you, only enlightened people, like regular people, like why he did like that. So it's impossible to explain everything. It's his will, and that's what we can say about it. We can explain some laws, we can understand something, but it's very, very little. It's almost nothing. Like according his, like the God's energies and the way how big he is and everything, about his potential. So another one, that's Maya. Maya, that's we can speak about it a little more. It's more, we can understand it more, but it's still mystical thing. The God did that way, like we have the similar vibration in us, vibration like energy. The soul, it calls Atman. It's our true soul, and it equals to the Brahman, to the Holy Spirit, to the God. And actually it's in us also. It's everywhere, but in us also in the same time. Yeah. Many saints, it's they saying it's in our spiritual heart. It's two hearts we have, one spiritual, one physical one. Yeah. The left one is physical one, the right one is spiritual. It's like nearby. Even some people in Kriya Yoga saying it's in the liver. Yeah. It's also exists. So Maya, it's also part of Lila. That's why I wanted to explain those two things together. It's part of Lila, it's part of play. So the God trying to know himself through us. So and we and put in us the people, animals, and even God and Goddess, some of them, into some illusion, let's say. Maya, it's like illusion. Like we don't see the things, they actually, how are they like in the reality, in the God's reality. We can accept them like only, we can say and talk about them, understand them only by 5 our feelings, like by smell, by thinking, by what we see, what we taste, what we touch, but it's different kind of person and different kind of animal. Even they see this world like differently. Even one subject, like like you see, it's not exactly like it is in the reality. It's very hard to explain, it's very hard to understand, but it's true. The scientist knows that. So, and when you, because the other, let's say even person, he sees, like, feels the same subject absolutely differently. It's not the same. It's not the same table for him. And even more, when we looking at the table or something, to some subject, we're changing it. We get influences on that. The energy goes from the table to us and opposite. So it's never the same. When we look at in this table, it's kind of one table. When we're not looking at the table, it's kind of another table. So everything, it's not settled, not like always the same. It's everything is not just moving. We know that by atoms, molecules, like everything is moving like a river, but also not just moving but changing all the time. That's the mystery, like, and that's why we call, like, it's very hard to understand, like, when enlightened person, like, he's got a special state of, not mind, state of consciousness, like a special state of mind, you can say, but it's not exactly true. But anyway, some condition. Close to very high meditation state. So, and then he sees, like, first of all, he's one of like, he's very connected to everything, and he's the part of everything, and everything is part of him. So it's nothing in between. I have a phrase even like that, nothing in between. It's nothing in between. So it's no foreign things. That's why people who is enlightened, like, really loves people, loves everything, because they feel it's them also. It's really hard to explain. It goes from that, from experience of that. And regular person who's on like pretty low vibrations, like, who just work, who just I don't judge them. I don't judge anybody. It's not about it. Who doesn't work on themselves, who just let's say work, just watching TV, sleeps, and pretty much this is it. Like, kind of not trying to exploring himself and the world, like, in general. Not trying to reach God, himself, truth. So he's like a sleeping. Like, it's like kind of sleep. That's my, like, he sees, like, everything not like it is, not like it is. It's like he sees it. It's like he feels it. So that's why it's Maya, it's illusion. So the God wants, it's a Lila, like I said, putting us in a special certain state of, like, mind, in certain dimension, and then we're supposed to find ourselves. So the God put it, like I said, it's in us also, and we should realize ourselves through practices, through many kind of things, through devotion, through helping people. It's many, many, many like directions to reach the God. And who is trying to do that? It could be any system. We're doing it by yoga. It's a very ancient one. Yeah, that's the God's will. It's a kind of purpose of life. Not just have children. It's also good, like to have family and everything. It's not like I'm against life. I'm not a fanatical like and everything. But the true meaning like of life, it's that's the God wills, like God's will. And we cannot do anything with it, basically. We don't have that power. So to understand, to realize God, to find it, you can put it that way, and to help others to do the same thing. And then like the suffering stops then you realize, you see everything how it is. It's kind of feeling like you don't have fear anymore, you feel love all the time. You still could be in any state of mind, let's say, like you can be in a good mood or in a bad mood. It's not necessarily like holy people, saint people, like always like laughing and smiling. No, it's not true. It's another illusion. Like many people think it's like that. Yeah, the body is body, mind is mind. But we should understand we're not just body and mind. We're the soul, with the Atman. We're part of God. We're supposed to like get rid of this Maya, of this illusion. When the suffering and everything exists, when we're going beyond it, like over it, where we feel happiness, balance, joy, quietness, and many other things. When the suffering not exist anymore, when we see things how actually we see like it's like a movie. We understand it's kind of not real. It's very hard to understand it, yeah. How it's possible this chair not real. It exists. But at the same time it's not real. It exists, but it's not real. It's exactly like we're watching the movies. Yeah. Everything, screen is real. But when it's part of God, part of us, the reality. But it's on screen, it could be any movie. That's what's happening in our lives. We just, by our ignorance, we just don't see the way it is. And we're doing the not right things sometimes, most I would say. So it's a big topic, big thing to think about it, to read about it. So I think I explained like more than enough even. Yeah, try to understand it. Read about Maya. In enlightenment, I already spoke about it a little, so it's then the person already worked with his karma, karma is action and reaction. He's like he did what he's supposed to do, and when the karma is gone, and you have certain level of consciousness and certain level of energy and certain experience of meditation, you can reach samadhi. And of course moral qualities, of course, and love. And then you understand what is Maya, not by mind. You're gonna feel it. And what is Lila for, like, really? So think about Maya, about Lila, about purpose of life, about the way, about God, like about your way to the God, like your own way, like personal way. Otherwise you're gonna be like born, then lived, and then you're gonna born again. Like I spoke about reincarnation in one video. So if you wanna suffer, it's your way. Like life, of course, not only suffering, but it's a lot. So if you wanna go to the places, let's say, dimensions where there's no suffering, like it's up to you, of course. And it is the ways. But one day, when the soul already, like old souls, like I explained in other videos, like it's young souls, middle souls, and old souls who lives like hundreds of reincarnations. So anyway, they starting to understand they supposed to do something with their lives, like to do something, like similar, like children, then middle age, and then the old people. They're different, not because they just old, they have wisdom, and they already thinking about like how to die better, like, and stuff, and it's more consciousness. So the same thing, very similar. How to get rid of not just by you, but for other people also, to help people with that also. How to stop suffering, anyone, any suffering. Yeah, enlightened people usually not going back on earth. If they want, they can, but it's going to be another topic. So I think, I hope it was not just interesting, like you learned some lesson or something. And meditate, find a teacher, and try to live, like go towards yourself, towards God. Namaste. If you're not gonna wake up, that God will wake you up. It's gonna be some wake up call, believe me. Yeah.